and welcome to the semi-finals of Design Challenge. We have whittled down 16 of the UK's top amateur designers to just 4. Now, they've already impressed the judges with their rooms, but now the competition is getting very impressed and they're really going to have to raise their game. We've given them all the paint, fabrics and furnishings they could possibly want. All they have to do is to provide a beautiful room in just 8 hours. The competition takes place in these two houses. Here are today's two semi-finalists.
My name is Jennifer Payton. I'm from Edinburgh and I've just had my birthday, just turned 28.
Jenny's first room, the Mediterranean dining room, impressed the judges with its bold use of colour and fresh ambience. Jenny's little boy's bedroom was an exciting underwater theme which dazzled the judges with all the craft projects, particularly the submarine bed and the fish noughts and crosses game.
My name's Rowena Johnson. I live in London.
Rowena's oriental bedroom won her a well-deserved place in the quarter-finals. Then her Art Deco living room took her through to the semis. Today's judges will be designers Graham Wynne and Sue Pittman. We gave each contestant 3 possible room styles to research, only one of which they'll be asked to make today. Just half an hour ago, they found out that their given style is a bohemian bedroom. And judging our bohemian feel today, here are our judges, designer and stylist Sue Pittman and also designer Graham Wynne. Welcome to both of you.
Hello.
Thanks for coming back.
Hello.
Suckers for punishment. And over here on the semi-finalists' windowsill are our 2 contestants. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hi, Rowena.
Hello.
Jenny.
Hi.
Okay?
Yeah.
You missing your children?
Not today, but
No, you're all right.
yeah, but I have been.
You do keep winning and we keep dragging you back.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with your bohemian bedroom?
I'm going to make a nice blind and I'm going to hang sort of glass beads down it so that the light catches it and lots of nice florally things, that sort of idea.
What's going on back here?
This is just black and white
Who are these
pictures.
people?
This is my family and me. You know, to make it homely.
Oh, I see. Are these your kids?
Yeah.
There we are. Look at that. That is absolutely lovely. And Rowena, you are a constant delight when we wander around to have a look at your rooms because you always kicked over some sort of colour of paint. There's always paint all over your floor.
It's only been twice.
You've only been here twice.
Okay.
So yellow first of all, and then in the roller tray that was pink. You put a table in that. So what colours? Talk us through what colours we're expected to see on the floor today.
Well, hopefully on the walls, hopefully, I'm going to be going for very hot colours. I'm going to be taking Matisse as my inspiration.
All right. So that will be sort of what you're looking at, pinks and.
I'm looking at reds, blues. Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at all the colours in that side of the spectrum.
Right. Best of luck to you, Jenny. Best of luck as well. And you know the score now. Off you go to the garages and see if you can find something that can be used in your design. Away you go. The very best of luck. Each contestant gets a basic kit of furniture. Today, that's a bed and a wardrobe. There's also an Aladdin's cave of wonderful fabrics, furniture and accessories they can fight over. And here to help with some of the heavier jobs, our carpenter, Sam. More of him later. Whoever wins today goes through to compete in the next round and might even qualify for a place in the grand final. So, what do our judges think? I suppose, first of all, we ought to find out what bohemian is. My idea of bohemian is sort of that sort of messy, artistic, poetic type of thing.
I think you really hit the nail on the head there, yes.
I think it's become a kind of term to describe the unconventional, the artistic, kind of slightly creative kind of way of living, probably on a very tight budget, so, you know, things are thrown together.
Is there a bohemian period, or is it something that just sort of rolls through and different generations adapt to it?
I would say it rolls through and adapts, and I think, you know, Rowena sort of said that her house is bohemian. I think what she means by that is it's probably, she's not too bothered about things being left around, and it's quite kind of unconventional.
I think eclectic is probably, you know, a word that goes hand in hand with bohemian in many ways, you know. It's a mismatch of things.
Buying things from flea markets and collecting things and painting just sections of a wall when you feel like it. I think that's all part of that style.
And not bothering to dust.
Oh, definitely not.
Let's see how they're getting on downstairs. Rowena's own bedroom is bohemian, so she's quietly confident that today's design will be a success. Jenny's really proud of her house, and she's transformed it from a bare shell into a beautifully crafted home. She sees herself as the next TV designer, so you should watch out, Graham.
Blisters on my hands already. I was going to paint the other wall, but I don't know if my arm will stay on for it, so I'm going to leave it and do something else. These are to drape from the entrance of the room over to the window to make it like a real sort of draping sort of thing.
Oh, two judges. They're hunting in packs. This is unusual. Hello.
Yes, it is. Well, we've got
Seen the
some
room?
concerns,
I feel we're talking out
actually.
of school, actually, to be honest.
We're a bit worried.
Why?
Previously, we've been quite generous with the markings, but today we think we're not going to be, actually. We're a bit amazed. I don't know what's happened. It's as if they've lost the focus of exactly what the brief is. And
Well, I'm not actually so sure about that. I think they do understand the idea of somebody that's bohemian. The thing is, it's difficult for us to walk in. I can't sort of say, what are you doing? Because I think that's just so cruel, you know, when you're halfway through doing a job.
And even the colours that they've chosen are quite modern colours, quite light colours, lilacs and blues and reds. And that's
Bright
not what
red, you know.
nothing to do with the lovely dark colours that I would have thought associated with Bohemia,
Completely
really.
agree. And I think they're just trying to desperately bite off more than they can chew.
Do you think they're panicked?
I don't know. I'm panicking really for them.
Oh, no. Well, this is a very interesting stage of the competition. I'm not sure we've had this before. Good. Well, in which case, join us after the break and we'll see whether or not they managed to put it together. Welcome back to the semi-finals of Design Challenge. If you are watching before the break, you will know that all is not well in our Bohemian bedrooms. Let's see what happens when I tell them they've got 3 hours left. Mother of two, Jenny from Edinburgh used to work in a bank, but now works as a full-time mum.
Material right over the top. I'm just going to hang this up here, right across the room to the window. This just on the edges, and I'm going to wallpaper in the middles to make it look very expensive and antique.
3 hours, Jenny. Bohemian.
You feeling bohemian?
I feel a bit bohemian, yeah. Does it feel weird? This was the same room that you did the little boy's bedroom in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The last time you were in here was doing that, so it's completely transformed.
Formed. When I came in anyway, though, it didn't look like little boy's bedroom. All the stuff was gone.
How are you getting on?
Not bad, I think, not bad.
Are you pleased with what you've done so far? Talk us through it.
Well, I've painted this copper and I've put this wallpaper in the middle of it and covered this thing here, put wallpaper up at the back. And I've got a lady going to lie here.
So is she's doing a rabbit
She's supposed to be
silhouette on the wall?
smoking, but...
Oh, is she?
Rabbit's good, as long as you're getting some interpretation from it, I suppose.
And what else is left to do?
Bed, clothes, nice little writing desk here.
Sam normally builds quite a lot for you. You're not troubling him today.
No, I'm not. I'm giving him a wee rest.
So you haven't, there are no builds, no big builds
nothing
to come
big
today.
coming today.
All right, well, with 3 hours to go, are you happy?
No, I like everything new and fresh and new. And I'm finding it really difficult to make things look old and rustic
Are you?
looking. Yeah.
You're quite a tidy person,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah, everyone's got to have its home.
Yeah. So you couldn't live in a room that wasn't dusted or cleaned or...
No, I couldn't.
No, I didn't think so. But this is good. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
I hope so.
3 hours left. See you later.
Okay, bye.
Rowena describes her style as eclectic and is influenced by Rococo, but she likes to give her designs a modern twist.
I'm trying to make up a nice sort of bluey purple, sort of celestial blue, and then I'll have gold stars on this one, which is where the headboard's going to go.
3 hours to go, Rowena. Let me just have a look
Hi,
around
Phillip.
here. You said you weren't going to have any paints in here today.
I'm being really careful.
So how's the Bohemian theme for you?
It's coming along. You know, I'm quite happy with it. I don't know...
Any problems?
Not really, not really. I mean, my view of Bohemian and maybe somebody else's, that's the only difficulty I can imagine.
Yeah. So talk us through what you've done so far. These are very impressive pillars here. I assume
I
Sam
made those
hasn't
this
made
morning.
them.
No, I made those
Did
this
you
morning.
really?
Yes.
Out of matchsticks.
Yeah, and polystyrene cups.
What? So they're going to stay there, I assume. That's where they're
Yeah,
going to
they
live. What about the rest of the room?
The rest of the room is going to be a mix of colour and ideas that I've had.
And this wall is very interesting because if you stand and look at that for any length of time, those blue leaves
Become red.
Yeah, it's actually quite disconcerting, isn't it? At 3 hours to go, are you pleased with your progress?
No. No, I can honestly say no.
Yeah. You're like a politician. No matter what trouble you're in, no matter how close you're cutting it, you have always said, yeah, actually, it's fine. 15 minutes to go, yeah, and there's no problem at all. You've got 3 hours now, and you're saying, no, I can't believe it.
Because time just goes away from you. When you're painting, it's, you know, I don't know, sometimes you just get very, 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 very slow. And when I'm gabbling away to you, I'm getting even slower.
I can take a hint. Right, I'm off. See you later.
Thanks, Phillip.
I'm just going to put this on here, like this, to make a Bohemian water pipe.
I'll have to put something behind it, I think, as well. Let me just think about it.
My lady is going to have a nice Bohemian headscarf on.
If you would like to add a touch of bohemian to your living space, then get out the tea and coffee, because Graham's got a good idea.
Well, the reason I'm doing some tea and coffee today is to simulate old parchment, because I thought, well, lots of writers are bohemians, and I've got this wonderful quote here. It's by Alexander Pope. True ease in writing comes from art, not chance, as those move easiest who have learnt to dance. So how bohemian is that, really? It's writers, dancers, the lot, really, thrown in. And what I'm trying to do here is actually simulate old parchment. Now, this is a quote that I've taken from a calligraphy book, just from the library, and put it on a piece of ordinary white photocopy paper. And to make it look old, this is a good trick, really. Just rub on some tea. So I'm just using the tea bag, literally, direct from a brew. Pop that on, and then to take off any excess, again, just use some kitchen towel just to knock it back a bit. And then the other thing that you find, actually, with old parchment is you get those little dots in it. You know, those little, it's called foxing, actually, is the technical phrase for that. And to simulate that, just use some coffee granules, break them up a little bit in your hand and sprinkle them on, and you'll find that it starts to stain the paper. And when it starts to stain the paper, again, just dab off any excess. Can you see it beginning to make those little dots?
Well, that's very clever.
Yeah, it is quite clever, that, I think. And then just take off any excess, and you've suddenly got sort of antique paper. Now, what I thought I'd do with this, I mean, obviously you could use calligraphy in any way you wanted. You could even, you know, plaster it on the walls if you wanted to. But I'm actually going to use it to form panels on a lampshade. So the first thing I must emphasise that I've done with this paper before anything else is I've fireproofed it using fireproofing liquid. And just to finish the whole thing off, I've just used these again, which are little cheap tassels, again, from a little trimming shop. Again, you put those probably on a pyjama or something like that, or a dressing gown cord, I think you'd use that with. And just pop those at the bottom of the shade. And really, for a fraction of the price that you get something like that in a designer shop, you can create your own very unusual and artistic lampshade.
That's a terrific effect. Thank you very much.
Hi, Sam.
Hello.
I just wondered if you could make me some picture frames for these.
And here's one I made earlier.
15 minutes. Jenny?
Got that face again.
You see, you always seem to smile through these things. Sit down. You always seem to smile through these things, but it's been a trauma today, hasn't it?
Well, actually, now I'm getting into it.
You're happy
Like,
now?
At first, because Bohemian isn't really my thing, I was finding it really hard to see it. But as everything's gone into place, like, and I've been able to see it more, it's like, you know, oh, I could do that, oh, I could do that, you know, like...
So it's now come together in your...
Yeah.
In your, so are you happy with the way your room's turned out?
If I was doing it again, I wouldn't choose lilac for that back wall.
What would you have done?
Maybe a deeper purple or a red, maybe. I think it's just too fresh, though, because, like, I should have stuck with one, either fresh Bohemian and clean Bohemian or old Bohemian, and...
And you think you've mixed the two?
Yeah.
What about Our Lady on the chaise over there?
Yeah, she's really good. I'm really pleased the way she's turned out.
Yeah.
She's a bit flat-chested. So I'm just going to make her less flat-chested, and that'll be that sort of area finished.
Okay, and what about the bed?
I'm quite happy with the bed, actually.
What have you got left to do in your remaining 15 minutes?
I've got pictures to put up on the wall to try and make it a bit more homely.
You've got your family up? Got the family pictures up there?
Yeah, I've got my family up. Because that's another inspiration for the writer at the desk here, you see.
His family on the wall.
And I've just basically made some fabric canvases that I'm just going to stick up, like, with floral fabric, nothing. Try and keep it simple.
OK, good. All right, well, 15 minutes. Well, 14 now. I'll leave you to it.
No.
See you later.
Thanks, bye.
Bye now. Rowena loves to work with gold leaf, but has she left enough time to complete enough craft projects? 15 minutes to go. And where's the paint on the floor? This is pathetic. This isn't enough.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Gee, I can't believe it. You've let yourself down. But not with the room. This is looking good.
Thank you, Philip. That's really nice.
What do you think? Are you happy with where you are now?
Yeah, you know how Bohemians are. They're quite relaxed, and I feel quite, you know, laid back about it. I can't. I'm not going to fret.
And what is this going to be here?
It's a little bit of frivolity.
And whereabouts is it going to go?
Do you know? I don't know. I don't know yet, as usual. You know, hopefully it'll go somewhere. It might even just end up in the bin, to be honest. Look at it.
And the window, that's finished?
Sam made the window treatment for me, and I've done that other wall in a sort of sky blue. You know, it's a sort of dreamy thing. 15
minutes to go. How do you feel?
Cool, baby.
Perfectly happy?
Yeah, reasonably happy, you know. Oh, you know, it's all mapped out in the stars, so I'm not really worried.
All right, well, we'll see. In not very long, actually. About 13 minutes to go. See you later. OK, so today's challenge was to create a Bohemian bedroom from a completely blank canvas. Today's judges will be marking the contestants in 3 areas. Authenticity, now that's to say how well they've interpreted the given style. Creativity, that's how good were they with craft projects. And overall flair, how impressive is the wow factor when you walk into their room. Well, that's it. Their 15 minutes is up. The competition is over and it is time to stop working! So, let's have a look at their rooms. Maybe at the beginning of the programme today, you might have thought, oh, perhaps I'll have a go at Bohemian. I wonder whether you're thinking the same now. And I wonder whether you guys are thinking that perhaps you'll ever tackle something like this again. What about Bohemian for you, Ro? Are you happy with the way the room turned out? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had a good time?
Oh, I always have a good time.
OK. And Smiler by the side of you, Jenny, who that smile never actually leaves your face. And what about you? Would you tackle Bohemian at home? You have said that, that it's not something that you would do at home because it's just too messy.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it towards the end and had a really nice day as well,
Good.
as usual.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Well, one of you is going to go through to the final now. I think we're going to find out who it is. Judges, tough one for you.
Moment of truth. It was tough, actually, because we sort of grew into it as well as we saw your schemes.
Intrigued to see what things you were going to add, because actually it all happened at the last minute, didn't it, for both of you, with all the props and accessories and things.
Yeah,
so
very much so.
Scores.
So, scores to kick off. OK, for authenticity, we gave Rowena 5 and Jenny 6. OK.
1 point in it there.
we thought perhaps you struggled a bit with exactly what Bohemian was about, but as far as creativity was concerned, we thought you both had loads and loads of ideas and we loved them. So for Rowena, for creativity, we've given you 6 points, and for Jenny, we've given you 7 points.
Which leads us on, of course, to the final category, which is the overall flair, the impact that both rooms had on us at the end. And really, to be honest, I thought both rooms worked very, very well. So we've given Rowena 7 marks for that one, and we've given Jenny 7 marks for that one as well.
Which means that, Jenny, we'll be seeing you in the final. And how does that feel?
It feels brilliant, like another shot at doing it all again. Like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to, you know, just go for it.
Yeah, how about you, Ro?
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Yeah, very much.
Just pipped to the post, right at the end there.
Oh, well, very well. Hers was beautiful.
And not a drop of paint spilt today as well. It ought to be pointed out.
I might have wasted too much energy trying to keep the room tidy.
Well done.
Thank
you
you
very much for taking part.
you.
It's
I
been
enjoyed
been a
myself.
pleasure for us as well. And we'll see you in the final. Excellent. Thanks also very much indeed, Graham and Sue. It's been a tough job today. You've done really well.
Very tough, but very pleasurable at the same
very
time.
pleasurable.
Good. Well, it's been an interesting day, and well done. We will see Jenny in the final. Hopefully, we will see you there as well. Bye-bye.